Alright, this is my tutorial for how to do meowser skip. I'm going to try to explain it the best way I possibly can. And the first thing I'm going to do is just show how it's done completely perfectly, and then I'll go into more detail after that. So enjoy this. Alright, so that is a complete meowser skip. Now I will show you, or now I will go into more detail on how to do it right now. So, let me get to a good spot. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to line up with this tile right here. And you want to line up pretty much in the middle of it. You want to line Peach up right in the middle of it. That's pretty specific. You don't necessarily need to do it that way, but this way makes it much easier to set things up. So what you want to do, line yourself up right there, and then throw your Tanuki, your Tanuki suit out so it lands, that's where you want it to land. If you line up right in the middle of that one and you throw your Tanuki suit out, it's going to land right there, and that's what you want. That makes it much easier. So what I do after that is I do a cat claw sliding attack because it makes it a lot easier for me to get momentum and not mess it up. You don't have to do that. I just personally do it for a preference. So after you're done doing that, you're going to want to jump and then move back kind of towards where you started before you threw your Tanuki leaf out. Right when you reach about where you originally were is when you want to turn around and start cat diving in the other direction as well. Once you do that, it's just a normal momentum, and you will be on good track for doing the skip. Alright, so after you do your second cat claw and you're going towards the ramp right here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold down a crouch button, either ZL or ZR, whichever one you prefer to do. You want to do this almost immediately after you do your second claw, so you keep your momentum. You don't want to do it if you like bonk and you lose your momentum. Not bonk, but if you lose your momentum completely, it's not going to work because you're not going to get enough speed. So right when you hit it, you're going to want to hit the crouch button and keep on holding it. And then I'm going to advance this pretty slow. But right when you get towards the end, you do want to jump. You don't want to fall completely off or it ruins everything. So you're going to want to jump, turn around, do another cat dive back to where you were, or back to onto the ramp again. And when you do this cat dive, right when you hit the ramp again, you're going to want to jump. And you want to float all the way until the Tanuki suit, and you want to keep floating as much as you can, and you want to try to position yourself as close to this edge as you can. You don't have to be right towards the edge, that doesn't really matter, you just have to be in that general direction. So in order to like jump off and not lose all your momentum, is you have to completely let go of B or whatever you're using for a jump button. You want to completely let go of your jump button, and right when you hit the ground, you're going to want to jump. If you don't completely let go, then you're not going to keep your speed, and you're going to not even come close to the skip. This takes a little bit of time to practice or to do correctly, but once you get that down, you'll be fine. So all you want to do is jump this time, And this is where the harder part comes in. What you want to do is kind of go, you want to position yourself so you kind of want to like go straight in on the clouds that you're aiming for. So you kind of want to take the wide way around, but you don't want to go too wide. You don't want to go straight at it at first. You don't want to go straight at the auto scroller that you're going to land on. You want to go a little bit around it. So you want to position yourself so you're kind of taking like a big U to get there. It's not just a straight path. You don't want to go too much or else you're going to die though. So once you do that, what you're going to want to do, this is the part that a lot of people can mess up, is right when you see yourself, right when you can eyeball it to where you're kind of, where you think you're kind of aligned with this bar right here, you're going to want to start making a turn so that you end up like directly facing it. If you don't do that, what I am almost positive what happens is you get too close to the trigger for the cutscene that you're going to skip essentially, and it thinks that you're not like way over here, and it thinks that you might be still on like that platform, and it changes the camera. And if the camera completely moves on you where you can't see yourself very rapidly, then you're gonna die every single time. So once it does that, if you noticed the camera moved very slightly, not really at all, if that happens, you're good. If it moves where you can't see yourself and you don't know what you're doing, you're dead and you're not going to get the skip done. So the last part, what you want to do is you want to try to aim towards the clouds as much as possible. What you don't want to do is you don't want to take the turn too wide and then you end up not hitting the clouds because you're going to die. But what you want to do is make sure you're over one of the clouds and then just take an extremely sharp left turn. You don't need any more speed or anything like that. If you take this really sharp left turn, that just assures you that you're going to hit the wall, but you're going to end up landing on a cloud if you do that. That's how I do it. It is kind of helpful doing it like that. And then obviously, if the camera turns and you can control yourself after the skip, you're completely done. And you have done it right. So that's how I can explain it in my best of the abilities. So I hope it helps, and I will see you guys later.